going on, YouTube? Got a really fun one for you guys today. If you are a stacker of silver, a collector of silver, if you like new stuff, old stuff, poured stuff, pressed stuff, what have you, I have a treat for you today. These are some of my recent pickups, and I've been finding a lot of really great deals locally, and have sourced out some other things and picked up stuff from the community, all different types of things. Just stacking hard, enjoying it. This one's going to be long. I apologize if you don't like long videos. If you like the type of stuff that I just mentioned, then you will enjoy this video. So I haven't been having time to really make videos as I'm bringing stuff in. So this is just going to be a little bit of a recap of some recent pickups here lately, and I can move on from these. And you know, I don't show everything I pick up, but I do like to show a lot of the fun stuff or trades that I've had with people. So what you're staring at there is a nice, rare, beautiful old Engelhard pour. This one was a spectacular find, in my opinion. It is a beautiful 10-ounce bar, and we're going to get into some 10s. I did pick up quite a few this last month, and this one here is a beautiful example. It even has a nice little smiley face on the back there. It's got some character to it, but this one right here is probably one of my favorite pickups of the last month. You've seen in my last recent pickup video, I did find another pretty rare Engelhard. And this, I just been very, very extremely happy with my pickups lately, and the prices that I've picked them up at. I do tend to hunt out the vintage stuff, but I don't like to pay much for it. So a lot of the stuff's local, and I get it very, very reasonable. What I mean by that is I say closer to spot. Some things here you'll see I paid $1, $2, $3 over spot, depending on the rarity and where I got it when it's local. A lot of it's just $1 over when it's local. But the other stuff that I've picked up a few things on Instagram, and of course community pours and things like that, I will have paid more. But let's give you a quick overview real quick. Let me zoom out. Just give you kind of an idea of all the stuff that we're going to be going over today. And it's been a lot of fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to this camera. I do have it on a tripod, and I'll try not to shake. I'll try to move a little bit quickly, but I still want to show you the stuff as well. Up here, we're going to start with some grams. I do like fractionals, and I like it when I'm able to pick them up cheap. Here's a cool Statue of Liberty Pamp 10-ounce bar. Just some. These are just some random 1 ounces. I'm not going to pull all that stuff out. There's a couple cool Standing Liberty quarters and a barber quarter, which was a gift from a buddy of mine. Here are some 2.5 gram CMC mint. Here we have a bag, a whole bunch of grams in here, all different types, but most of these are 2012 Krugerrands. I did find these on Numista. They got a pretty nice rarity to them. They're all 1 gram fine silver. There's a couple other ones mixed in there, but those are mostly Krugers. Very, very cool. I had not seen those before, so I was happy to pick those up. Here we have a 1 grammer on a chain, and its original holder. This is the International Monetary Mint. It's a Norman Rockwell 1 grammer there on the chain. Pretty cool scoop for sure. Let's go ahead and move down here to some of the newer stuff. Of course, you guys know I like Mutiny metals, and I like to collect their stuff. This was a newer one that they did for a charity. I picked up a few of these. Here's another one that they did. Pretty cool. I love their stamps. They do a great job. Here's a 1 ouncer little round that they're doing there. The skull with the raven. Very, very cool. Look like an old cob. Here they got a 2 ounce stacker that they're working on. One of my favorite Mutiny Metals bars is the Captain's Cut. Very, very cool. It's a huge stamp on this bar. I did have one of these already. I wanted to pick up another one for my collection. And I keep talking about when I'm going to be doing my Mutiny Metals collection video. I'll be doing that here soon, as soon as I get some time. Let's keep it with the poured silver here for a minute. I did pick up this really cool hook. that M. Sagan does. Very, very cool. Love this thing. Thank you very much, buddy. And here's one of his little channel buttons with a nice deep stamp on the front. Very, very cool little 1 ounce piece there. He did make me a keychain, which I've wanted one of these for a little while. He put SUP on the back, which was pretty cool. I like that. He does them in all different colors, whatever you prefer. Here was an auction win that I got off of metalsmafia.com. This is a God of War sword poured by the bear. He's only poured 2 of these, I believe, and I own both of them. It's a pretty sweet piece. Did a great job on that bear. And then I also picked up, you know what? You guys are going to yell at me if I don't set this tripod down. Quit shaking. Let me sit back down for just a minute. I did pick up a channel bar from Redneck Stacker. These are poured by M. Sagan as well. These are 2 ounce. Real nice clean one there with some cool cooling lines. Some nice cooling lines, I should say. And alright, we're going to move on down. Down here, we have some different variations. These are all, the top 4 are all 1982 Golden State Mint rounds. And they made a few different variations that year. And I have 4 different ones here of those. This one's probably my favorite. The eagle there in the mountains. Very, very cool old vintage round. And here we just have some random vintage rounds that I've been able to pick up. There's some cool different ones here. This one's from the mid-80s, World Trade. You know, there's all different types of World Trades out there. We got a lot of them. Here's an Academy Corporation from '83. That's a trade unit as well. This one here is gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful round. Proof Like Fields, American Centennial Celebration. Really like that one. That's a trade unit as well. Alright, I'll put that down. Here, we'll scoot over just a little bit. Here you can see an old art bar. This is just a part of the Our Greatest Americans Jim Thorpe bar. Just one that I picked up for a decent price. And I'm going to move my chair over here without moving the camera too fast, making everybody sick. And I'll place it here. I'm just going to go over these briefly. Pretty cool. From Great Lakes Mint. We got a high wheeler. Got a little bit older of an A mark. These are a little bit smaller, a little bit thicker. Thought that was cool. I added a few more of these Simmons Refco 1 ouncers. I pick those up whenever I see them. I have quite a few of these now in these in the mint seal. Pretty cool bar there. These were pretty cool. These were local. This was my first Engelhard Canadian maple 1 ouncer, still in the Engelhard mint seal. Very, very stoked to find that. That one's pretty neat. This one here, you've probably seen quite a bit. This the Liberty one. I do have others like this, similar in my stack. These are made by Johnson Matthey, or Matthey, however you pronounce it. And we will move down and continue on with some 1 ounce bars for right now. This one, pretty cool bar there. Nice vintage bar. This one is Mount Everest Mint. Let me set this down again. Apologize for the camera moving a lot, guys. Let's go ahead and zoom in if I'm going to show you some close-ups of these. Just some beautiful detail on these. I believe this is the part of the Boston Tea Party here. Thought that was pretty neat. We'll go through these quickly, like I stated. There's a Great Dane round. It's the Justice Mint. Here we have Secretariat, beautiful condition from '73. That's a silver quart bar. Here's just a generic Nevada Coin Mart. I'm going to show that's a real common one. This one's got pretty toning. Doesn't come off on the camera well. Just America 1 ounce silver bar from '76. Mount Everest Mint bar here from '73. Very cool. I love adding those to the stack. Here we'll move down. We'll zoom back out for just a minute. I'm collecting these Engelhard bars. I've been adding a lot more to my stack. I'm trying to get 100 of them. Got a few frosted backs, got a smooth back, Engelhard, and just the standard backs and different variations. Over here we have a Deke Pereira, I believe is how you pronounce it. You know what? My light is pretty bright. Let me change that up just a little bit. There we go. Deep Pereira bar. It's my first one of these. Thought that was pretty cool. We have this Philadelphia Centennial. These are all in beautiful shape. I put these in airtights because I collect the 1 ounce bars. I did find a little 1980 A-Mark stacker. Don't have a whole lot of those in my collection, but I do have a few. Added another silver bullet bar. Really like that one, so I added a few more. Here's a nice rare one. Has a really nice premium. These sell anywhere for like 80 to 100 bucks. This Royale. These were made by Engelhard. Thought that was really cool. It's the first one of that type in my collection, so I'm really stoked to add that. I'm going to set this one down because I want to show you the details on this 1 ounce here. This one's beautiful. I didn't find much information on it, but as you can see there, Gasparilla 1977. You see a pirate. Let's go ahead and zoom in for a minute. See a pirate riding a horse throwing coins at you, which I thought was pretty cool, and it looks like it's on, the image is on a rolled up treasure map where you can see the boat docking and the little dotted lines up to the graveyard and then over here to the treasure. Just a really beautiful 1 ounce bar. This one's from the Normark Mint from Tampa, Florida. I did not have any from this mint, so this is a first for my collection as well. Just a beautiful bar. Really love that. Here is another Engelhard maple. Got this one in a trade from my buddy Redneck Stacker. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's a very cool bar. Love the Engelhard stuff. Been having a lot of fun collecting it. And then I'm going to move up here, try to get that glare. I'm going to show you a couple more community pours. This one came from JP Precious Metals. It's got a beautiful hammering on the side. Got the double arrows down here. It's a 2 ounce piece that I picked up from him. Very cool. Grab that on metalsmafia.com as well. Of course, it wouldn't be a video for me if I didn't have a bear pour. This is one of Bear's new bars in his vault line, I will say. It's a 100 grammer. It's beautiful. It's long like a Kit Kat. Super sharp. It's got that beautiful finish that everybody loves on these things. If you don't have a vault bar from the Bear, he's got every size you can imagine, so they're nice and crisp and sharp. These are full sand cast bars, and he does a phenomenal job on these. Love that bar, Bear. Thanks for sending it. Here's another group that I found on Instagram. They have a pretty cool little thing going on. It's like a Wild West theme, and here you can see got an Outlaw bar. It's Outlaw Pours, which is the OP stands for. They have all these little 1 grams. They come with a like a burnt up wanted poster when you purchase from them. Here's a Wild West that has some beautiful color. I'm trying to get some of that color in. I have some better pictures of these on my Instagram, but they're pretty cool. I did pick up 3 different ones from them. That was my first. This one has a cool hammered edge on it. Just a neat little button. You know, I like to pick up different things from, you know, the new pours out there in the community, and as they come about, and just checking them out. Go ahead and move this over just a little bit further, get that glare off. I'm going to go ahead and start showing you some other bars now that are fun for the collection that I didn't have. Here's a 3 ounce Arger, what do you call it, Chiasso. Pretty cool little bar, smooth back there, almost like a 100 grammer, but not quite. And as I move around the table, you're going to see these are the pant bars. These are vintage pant bars. I don't know how old they are, but obviously they're before the assay. And these are 10 grammers, and I picked up 10 of these, so I got 100 grams worth of these. Thought that was really cool. I do enjoy Pamp Suisse, and when I had a chance to snag these up for what I thought was a decent price, I went ahead and did so. This next one was a great find, and it was, as you can see, it's in beautiful condition. It wasn't a mint seal, but the mint seal was all dirty and ripped, and I just ripped it out of the mint seal, and it's still in pretty darn nice condition. It's a more rare of 100 gram from Johnson Matthey. I think there was only like 1,200 or less of these made. You do see the higher serial number on these, but these companies back then, they would do multiple different lines of bars and just keep the serial run going. That's why sometimes you'll see a higher serial number when they say that there's less made. Hope that explains it, but as you can see, there's a beautiful mirror finish on this thing. That was a really fun find there. Found that one local. We'll stick with the 100 grammers for a minute here. Found a Credit Suisse 100 gram. Thought this bar was pretty neat. Didn't have one of these in my collection, so was happy to add it. I did find another 100 grammer. This one I found on Instagram. This one's very different. It's very thin, as you can see. What I believe obviously is from India. I do like 100 gram bars, and when I saw this one, it was very different. As you can see, it's very proof-like as well. Just a neat piece. I mean, when are you going to see something like this? You know, if I see something like this, I can get it for a decent price. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up and put it in my collection and just enjoy it. So I do have one more 100 grammer here to share with you, and this one I believe is pretty rare. It's Ogusa. I believe I'm pronouncing that correct, but it's 100 gram fine silver. There you see, it's a nice thin bar, mirrored fields, and this was a local find as well. Was really stoked to find that. I believe this one's pretty rare. I don't know that much about it yet. It's hard to find information online on it, but very stoked to add that to the collection. Here we will go with a fan favorite here. I know a lot of people love these things when they see them. You got the Swiss of America, big old fat 5-ounce round. Of course, this one was another local find, like I stated, beautiful condition. I do have one of these in my stack already, so this makes two. These are great things that I like to add to my perma stack. Sticking with the local finds, I did find a Bach bar, 5-ounce poured. Very cool and beautiful condition. Love the frosty finish on these. Just a really neat bar to add to the stack. And then I also found my very first P Series 5-ounce Engelhard bar. Was very stoked to find this and add this to my Engelhard collection. I'm doing pretty good as far as adding things to my Engelhard collection. And in addition to the first bar when we started the video, I'll be showing you a bunch more that I've been able to add this last month. So I was really happy with that 5. Here we have another 5, press variety, and I'm going to try and show you some of the colors on this thing. Again, it's kind of hard with the artificial light. It is night, but here's a 5-ounce press bar that has some neat coloring on it. Of course, it has the standard back. Just a beautifully colored bar, and another 5-ounce Engelhard to the stack. It's always great. Here we have a 5-ounce Johnson Matthey. This one's pretty darn shiny. I found this in the mint seal as well. I cut it out because the same thing, it was all ripped and really dirty and half fallen out anyways. Again, it's hard to pick up, but there's some really nice. There we go. I'll try to give you a little bit like this if I reflect the light. There's some pretty colors on this bar as well. Another 5-ounce press to the stack. Happy to add that. Here was a cool vintage 1-ounce poured Nevada coin mint, I believe is what that stands for, since there's a Nevada there. It's a nice rare 1-ounce piece. It's got a real neat shape to it. I don't find these vintage poured in small bars very often, so when I do, I love to scoop them up, add them to the perma stack. Absolutely love that find. Was stoked to get it. This next one I'm going to share with you is a 2.5 ounce. Now this one's a beauty. As you can see, the 2.5 ounce Silver Eagles. I believe this is Foster's Mint. Just a beautiful piece. The eagle is stunning on this piece, in my opinion. There we go. There's a nice look of it. I really like that. It's got some really nice coloring to it. Here on the back, you see 2.5 Silver Eagles. It says redeemable at current market price. Walla Walla, Washington. Just a sick piece to add to the collection. Absolutely love it. All right, now we're going to get into some 10-ounce Engelhards. Let me zoom back out a little bit, move this camera. Thanks for sticking with me. I know this one's going to be really long. Here we have a beautiful waffle back P Series Engelhard. This one has a waffle and a reverse stamp on it. We'll go through these ones a little bit quicker because you guys have all seen these. Some of these have some special characteristics to it. I did notice this P is a little bit different on this one. This one's kind of neat. It's got some nice air. Looks like air pockets from the pour. It's a nice rough pour. You can see around the edges there, has some nice character. This one has a reverse stamp and the waffle as well. Absolutely beautiful bar. Of course, the one that we showed earlier. And then I was able to add some bowl logo Engelhards, which I was pretty stoked to get. Here's another 10 ounce. This one's the bowl logo variety. And I was able to add 2. This one's got some puckering and a nice little pool right in the middle. Very, very beautiful bar. It's got some nice character to it as well. Just a neat bowl logo 10 ounce Engelhard. Beautiful. Love these things. Absolutely love them. Here, I'm just going to go ahead and zoom out. Here we have, where are we at? Alright, here we have consecutive serial numbered. Some nice waffles. As you can see, there's the 14. I'm going to go through a little bit quicker since we're getting pretty darn long on this video. There's the 13. It's got a nice waffle on it. As you can see, it's got the overstamping and all of that on there. And then I'm missing one to have 3 in a row. Goes from 14, 13, and then to 11. That's a gorgeous bar as well. And it's got some beautiful, beautiful waffling on the back. And over here was another local find. Another waffle back. Love adding these waffle backs to the collection. They're beautiful. And even the pressed, I do like these chunky pressed Engelhards. Trying to get a nice stack of those. Found one in a mint seal. Here, I'll set this down for 1 minute and we will look at some other vintage bars. This one's pretty cool. Pure silver bar. It's got some unique stamping on the back. Still trying to figure out exactly which mint this came from. I believe there are multiple mints that have used this pure silver stamp, but the back of this one is the exact same back to other ones that are just like this that have Kingsman on the side. However, they're just a little bit different shape than this one. So it still has me second guessing whether this is a Kingsman bar or not. The next one I picked up from Redneck Stacker in a trade. This is a cool old 10 ounce vintage bar. Does not have a maker stamp on it, but it is cool to add to the 10 ounce stack nonetheless. This next one has some beautiful lines on it. It's a gorgeous bar. I've been wanting one of these for a while. This really long shaped, if you guessed it, it's an AGS bar. These are absolutely gorgeous, and I got one with some really neat layering in it. Really enjoy that bar. Really happy to add it to the stack. Here, I'll briefly go over some local finds. These are all 10 ounce first series Silvertowns with waffles on the back. I'm not a big Silvertown fan, but these were made in the early to mid 70s, I believe, and you know, the old ones with the waffle backs, the first series, I'm a fan of those. They do carry a premium. I like to pick them up when I can. These last two came from my buddy the Bear. Absolutely gorgeous frosty one there with some nice waffles. This one's got some cool cooling lines on it and some tighter waffles on the back. Lower, a little bit lower with a 22,000 serial number. The rest of them I'm going to go through pretty quick, guys, because we're getting up there in time. I found some more really cool fractionals, a bunch of Total Bullion Bank. I got an Engelhard 10 gram. Haven't seen many of these. This is beautifully rainbow toned. Very cool. It's a pendant. I found a 10 gram Refined Met, which is pretty cool and pretty rare too, I believe. I haven't seen too many of these out there. That's got some nice coloring to it. Here's a 10th ounce 85 Engelhard in beautiful condition. That one came from my buddy the Bear as well. Credit Suisse 5 gram. And these ones here I will have to pause for just a second to show you. These are absolutely gorgeous from the 70s. Let's go ahead and zoom in for a minute. As you can see, these are extremely high relief. These are from the 101 Ranch. These are 999 silver 1 ounce rounds, and they are just gorgeous. Look at the detail on these things. They're antiqued, great. This one is the 73 series. This one has the Indian on there, buffaloes down there, being chased on horseback. Just gorgeous. I got 4 different ones of these. These ones were also courtesy of my buddy the Bear. and he found these. He is from Oklahoma, and he did find these locally. Just some really, really cool rounds. Absolutely love them. Over here I will briefly show you some. Let me zoom back out. I have some Scottsdale, some older kooks. This came in a trade from another YouTuber, Eric. I traded him 15 Silver Eagles, is what he wanted, for all of these kooks, koalas, and Scottsdale coins. I mean, I collect these, so for me it was perfect. And I buy my Eagles on the cheap, so for me it was a very good trade, and he was very happy too, so we were both happy with it. Down here I was able to pick up a ½ ounce of gold. Added a couple more of these 5.9 Screaming Cougars. I got a 2006 Panda, an 88 and an 89, these fractionals, a little fractional horse, and these are all 1/20 of an ounce. This is a 10th ounce kangaroo. I absolutely love fractionals, and I love them 10 times more when I get them at spot. That came from a good buddy of mine too, and I just absolutely love them, and I love adding it to my collection. So we'll go ahead and zoom back out. You're looking at, one thing I forgot to mention, I also did pick up almost a complete collection of Ben Franklin's. There's a, right here's the end, missing just a few. I picked this up in a Dansko album. Some are really nice shape, some aren't the greatest, but I got that at spot. That was a spot deal. So, super stoked. Sorry if I was a little bumpy with the camera. Apologize for being long. Hopefully I didn't really forget anything. There's a lot to go over, but there's over 300 ounces of silver there and a ½ ounce of gold. Recently I did pick up a pile of sterling. There's a little bit of it up there. I'm not going to show that right now because the video's long enough. That'll have to be something else. I appreciate all you guys for checking it out. If you stayed with me this long, I really appreciate it. I just really happy to find a lot of this stuff locally and on the cheap. In my opinion, that is anyways, and just love collecting it. I'm just going to keep stacking. I'm having a blast, guys. I'm having an absolute blast. If you like my channel, you like my pickups, you like my vids, please like, comment, subscribe. If you don't, that's cool too. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys, and catch you on the next one.